Leo, hello, it's Guiding Halo here. I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be your reading for the 17th to the 24th. Let's find out what's coming for all y'all. See what's up. What the divine has in mind for you. We have Mercury in retrograde motion in Scorpio, so lots of things being dredged up from the underground. Things that you thought were dead and gone. It's like energies, what do you say, a love that you've had for life if it's been dead and gone, all coming back up for you to play with. How beautiful is that to make new decisions about? Surrender now. Wow, we got the same card for Aries. I'm going to shuffle again just to make sure we have a good shuffle going on here. Surrender now. What are we surrendering to, my Leo friends? A brand new portal of energy opening for you. This reduces to an 11, and 11 are portal energy numbers, opening of the portal for you to step through and bring new energy. It's a birth. It's a birth. Double birth. Okay, so let's look at it this way. Look at your life path number in numerology. I'm telling you right now, if it's an 11, this reading's going to resonate out the wazoo for you. All right, next card, please. We have co-create with spirit. New portal of energy for you to step on through. Co-creating with spirit financially. Major manifestor. I'm telling you, 11 path numbers for life number, whichever. 11s are master manifestors. I have come to know this. I have come to know this. And it's about co-creating. It's not even a question in your mind. When you are in your energy of surrender, it's like opening that portal for bounty to come to you. It's just damn impressive. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. One of my 11s might be needing to surrender to a relationship with somebody who is a life path number 8 that you've been fighting, very possibly. Or perhaps fighting the bounty that is supposed to come into your life. An ending. Look at that. Brand number 10. There is a new day dawning, surrendering to all that you cannot control, letting it all go, all the mental worry, the aggravation, the anguish. Someone is definitely going into a new cycle here. Because it's like a rebirth. It's like a new day is dawning for you. This is beautiful. And it's all been about divine timing, and you've had to be patient while this has all gone on. Perhaps there's been a lot of mental conflict for you over the last 9-10 months, but wow, have you had to be patient. See, this is about you changing. Someone here has definitely had leveling up per se, or uploads from your soul, your DNA, like a tethering with spirit about what your foundations are. I think you've actually taught somebody how to break the cycle in their own spiritual foundations or life, and therefore it helps you also break the cycle. You hear many times of people say, well, I was raised that way, so how bad can it be? Well, you know when you're doing something against the law that it should not be done in the future, but it still may happen. You see. So how do you break this? It's like chain of command. I tried it, didn't work. Divine tries it, and I try to surrender, I get like emotional whiplash. Then all of a sudden I start to realize that in the surrender and giving up is actually when true faith comes forward, and that's when divine also all of a sudden starts to go, now I can co-create with you. Because it's not just about surrendering, it's about having the faith and trust and hope that moving forward is going to bring you what you desire. Something happened, I would say, back in August that is really helping you see how divine's got your back. And I think a new a new level of faith either is about to be birthed in you. Oh yeah, look at that. Hell yeah, it is. Why? Because what you've been all up in arms about and now you have surrendered to is coming your way. Wheel of Fortune spinning. 3 major arcana. Bam, just like that. Yep. All on this brand new portal of energy. The Wheel of Fortune spinning in your favor. This is a time of positive change based on what you have viewed spiritually, based on how you have surrendered. There's something that you needed to surrender and let go of, let die, let sleeping dogs lie. I don't know where that came from. I'm a poet and didn't know it. Communication coming in that's really going to surprise you again. More surprising communication. Could even be an apology from somebody who had a viewpoint that has caused you some sort of anguish or anger up to this point. And in this new viewpoint, an apology comes in because they've learned how to break the divine working in the background, breaking the cycle to spiritual beliefs that have held you back. You've had to surrender to it in some sort of way so that they almost could see, or even you could almost see how bad it would get if they went down the path they went down. Let's see. What is this co-create with spirit energy about? Apology or a new opportunity coming in that's going to make you emotional. It's going to be a surprise. Yep, divine is spinning in your... Spinning. It's time for movement. Movement is coming. A time of great change. Let's find co-create with spirit. What's this about? My Leo friends. There's that coming back around energy, you see. If I've said Aries or any other sign in this reading, I apologize. I find that the intertwined energy between certain signs are prevalent, especially when I start to say the other sign in a reading. So keep that in mind as a guidance from the divine, clarification, nothing happens by coincidence type energy. Judgment, something you thought was dead and gone, coming back around. Something for you to look at from a higher vantage point. This is really about, this is very similar to Aries reading, so I would go ahead and look at that. It's like an energy of faith and hope coming up and welling up within you that has not been there for a very long time. And it has got to do something with what it is you desire your life to be. Happy family, happy life, happy husband, happy wife. This could be a situation where this is what you've desired. Perhaps there's times where you felt to walk out on it, or that it would end due to your own fears or your own whichever. But in stopping to try and control it or getting out of the mind fuckery all this was causing with you, it ended up creating the change you so desperately desired. Lying, cheating, and stealing. Someone was stealing a happiness, or perhaps the way someone viewed something in the past, could be you or another, was stealing a happiness away from you, stealing a absolute emotional fulfillment away from you. And being that this had come up again, it could be some information came in, divinely guided information, maybe from a friend or a person, I don't know, whichever, that changed your spiritual understanding. It's like the last sword of knowledge you needed to speak or to say for someone to come into a new understanding. And really it helps cut out the bullshit in every scenario. And you're starting to realize how it is you co-create with the divine, how it is that you might be needed here on this planet, not just for your own family, but for the mass collective. Time of massive change. Why do I think that you sit there? It's like you don't understand how enlightened you are. Maybe you do. Maybe you do, but whatever it is you feel you've been through and you've been enlightened, I believe the divine is like, well, damn, can I co-create with you now? Look, see, battle-worn, weary, wounded warrior, tired from being in the fray, but it's almost like there's a marriage now in the surrender of something, the teaching of something, the knowledge coming about. There's a surrender and massive change in your spirituality, in your foundation, who you are as a person, what it is you believe is going to come your way. And the divine has brought it all around to enlighten you to what you have lied about, to yourself even, about what is acceptable and what is not. And I think it's like coming back around is like holding other people to a higher standard. As there's something in your mind, perhaps someone here has had some issues with depression. Could be that you've gone on some medication or new medication, or maybe even started a different regimen of pot oils, or I don't know, whatever it is you do. I'm not a physician and such. But perhaps in doing so, it ended a phase of absolute mental pain. And how fast the turnaround came, where you saw emotional and spiritual clarity, and therefore started to become the clarity in other people's lives. This is absolutely beautiful, not just in your life, but in other people's lives. Oh, look at that. See, I just saw a flip. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. See, it's been about divine timing. Movement forward, creating movement forward. The divine could be even saying, you know what, like, I'm sorry about the whole deal, but this needed to happen. And I think you're seeing from like getting messages that this has absolutely been divinely guided. There's a complete energy shift here, a complete energy shift here. And why is it I feel that someone needs another miracle? I feel that. I feel like someone needs another miracle here. All up in your head, stress, worry, aggravation, sleepless nights about the movement forward. See, a lot of times we hope for the new to come and the creation we want, but when it does, perhaps then we sit there and go, wait a second, how do I handle this? How do I do this now? I don't know what to do. So it creates a whole new trajectory and circumstances and whichever else that you have to deal with. So therefore, you backtrack the energy to the 10 of Swords, to the 9 of Swords, 9, 10, 9, 10, back and forth we go. It's like this energy here. This is why I call this card emotional fuckery. It's like balance needs to come and healing needs to come, but unless you feel both extremes on either side of the fence, how do you ever decide to stab the swords in the dead carcass and leave it behind? How do you ever decide unless the divine fucks with your emotions? Makes you wait, makes you go through the pain. How do you ever decide to allow the change to occur if this happens? You know, so in allowing that change to occur and allowing the divine to step in some sort of way here, it seems someone has, and allowing to do that, the cycle spins and everything starts to turn forward. And then you're sitting there, oh my God, now how do I handle this movement forward? The thing is, that's where you're wrong. You gave up here and you surrendered. Right? Surrender now. You gave up here and movement was created. Well, wait a second. How do I handle this movement forward? There's your tip right there. It's not for you to handle. It's for you to still surrender and allow. That is part of the allowing. We spend our life sitting there asking Spirit, please this, please that, please, please, please. When do you stop the asking process and start the allowing process? Allow Spirit to come in and co-create with you. Co-create the beauty that you seek. This is a beautiful reading. You're going to stem back and forth between the 9 and 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is the end, the surrender. Okay? 9 of Swords, you're back up in your head about how do I deal with. It's not for you to deal with the movement forward. It's not for you to deal with anything. Just let it flow. Why are you in your head? Because you have so many options, possibly even choices you've got to make. I would say, would you be able to allow divine timing and allow the divine to make the choices for you? You know what? By process of elimination, the divine has done a fantastic job so far. I shall co-create with divine, keep in the surrendering energy, stop lying to myself about what it is I figure I should create, and allow the divine to bring it to me, let it grow, let it manifest forward as we go. So there's this back and forth energy between taking control and surrendering, taking control and surrendering. Just trust me on this. Stay in the flow. And trust what Spirit has on the go, my friends. They will make the decisions for you, and when it's time, an absolute crucial step that you need to make a decision, ask which way takes you closer to your divine purpose and which way takes you away from it. Hands down, instantly, you have your answer, okay? And that might be an answer you struggle with, because it could be something you've lied to yourself about for a very long time. But I am telling you, the rewarding work, the rewards that are coming to you through all of this, even though there's going to be confusion as movement forms, I'm telling you, it's going to be a beautiful outcome. Why? Because you now are allowing Spirit to co-create with you. You're not trying to take the reins anymore. Look at that. It is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. Remember what I said about teaching somebody how to break a cycle because it's something you've done? There's been an absolute stop that was absolutely divinely guided. A mental fuckery situation, and it's not even with another person per se, but something that was going on in you. All of your fears lined up to play with your brain 24/7. That's how I'm going to look at that card from now on. Actually, maybe that's this energy. All your fears lined up to play with your brain 24/7. And in the release and in the let go, damn, the divine got to work damn fast. Oh yeah, they did. This is a beautiful reading. Beautiful. One more angel card for my Leo friends, please. So be powerful when you're called to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. Show people where they've gone wrong. Show them what you've learned and allow them to do the same in return for you. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires, and do not compromise. Do not compromise yourself. This is I'm never going to look at this card the same now. It's compromising yourself. When you take those 5 swords and you head out with what you think you know is best for you, and you leave these 2 swords behind, I'm telling you right now, that is self-deception. We do not get to the 9 of swords by going back to only having 5 swords, you see. Or maybe you do. That's not how I do math, though. Just saying. I hope this resonates for you. I love you all very much. Talk to you again soon. Blessings.